All right, we're back with the Harley Benton Baritone Beautiful Guitar. This is the HB Baritone. What we're going to do tonight is we've got a neck gauge now I purchased, and I've got Elixir Nano Web strings I'm going to swap off for these earthwoods that it came with. And we're going to check the neck. We're going to do a full setup and get it playing as good as we possibly can. And that's about it. Fairly simple. I may even, I don't know, I'm still kicking around whether or not to take the stupid pick guard off. I could heat it up with the dryer, take it off, and deal with it, but I think I'll wait for that for another day. That'll be another project, perhaps. So first thing we're going to do is take the strings off. We'll get to that right now. All right, so I found another thing I'm going to do. I've got these black tuner knobs that I'm going to swap out for the silver. We've got pearloids on the other guitar that I did yesterday, and this is going to be sort of counter to that. Now there's a collar on here that we've got to be careful not to try not to lose, because that's what makes these things work. Now there's a silver knob, a silver screw, that I think I'm just going to try to reuse. Because for this to work right, they've got to lock on good and tight. And that's what we're going to find out if that's going to work right now. They're a little loosey-goosey. Matter of fact, they're not working very well at all, as a matter of fact. So I don't know if this is going to work or not. Oh, maybe it is. I just didn't have them tightened up enough. Maybe if you get it in the right place and tighten it up enough, it'll work just fine. So that's one thing we're going to do right now. We're going to take the strings off, and we're going to switch the tuners over to black knobs. Why? I don't know, just because. No big ass reason, just because. Something else to do. I need to occupy my time. Alright, so we're going to take the rest of these off now. And take these down. And we'll change the keys, the tuner keys, to black. We'll take the strings off. We'll check all the nuts. I never did check them the other day. And we'll make sure everything's snug. Ooh, those strings are heavy strings. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, so I put half of the knobs on, so you can see what it's like with and without the black to silver, or silver to black, I should say, and that's the new look we're going for there. While I was here, I tightened up the nuts, I tightened up the screws on the back, so everything is copacetic, and we're ready to move on. I'm going to put the other three on, then we're going to get ready to do the strings. I may take a look and see if I can find some different pegs to go in the back. You can see over here I got the white ones that came out. They're in order, and I'm going to put them back in here. But I might have some brass ones or some other ones that might look a little dressier for this cute Harley Benton Baritone guitar. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, since we're done mucking with that, is we're going to add these nano webs from Elixir, 16 to 70s. Great tone, long life, it says. Not good tone, great tone, and long life. So let's try putting these in to have great tone and long life. So here's the 70. They look very much like the other strings. These are supposed to be coated with an anti-rust material that's supposed to make them last for a much longer time. time will tell. So let's put this first string in the hole and try to get it. Oh, we did check the truss rod. The truss rod and the moves well, and the fingerboard's flat. You know, that's one thing we know already, so that's cool. So the first thing we're going to do here is put this first string on and tune her up, play her up, and see how this goes. This is a very tight string in this hole. Wow, as they say in the trade. There's a slight taper going into this, but it won't accept the string. Now that's a kick in the nose, because I just got rid of the strings that I had on here. And I'm trying to get these in, and it looks like I might have to drill it out to get this first string in. The edge here, the end, is tapered slightly where it's wrapped to a second wrap. Oh, God. So the nano web strings may not be able to go on unless I drill out the hole. Unless I drill out the hole in the tuning peg. I'm not sure I'm ready to go there. But I don't want to, I want to still go with the elixir strings. And I'm bleeding. Bummer. All right, so let's take another pause here and think things. All right, we're doing a bold, wild adventure here. I got a drill bit. It's about the size of the string. Well, we made it through. So we just drilled out the hole. Let's see if this fits now. Or did we just put a hole in here for nothing? We wanted the tuner back around. We've opened up the size of the hole and that worked. All right, so if the shoe fits, put the shoe on. So that's something that I wasn't expecting to have to do. So I did do that. And now we'll try to wind this first string on and see if we can get it. Oh, we're going the wrong way. All right, so let's try going the correct way and see what happens if we do this. And pull that up. We'll give it a wind. Pin is popping in the back here. The next thing we'll do is take a look at the string height with one string on and see how we're doing. It looks pretty good by eye. It looks pretty good by eye. So let's get a string gauge. We'll stick that on. And we're maybe 3.5 64ths. So we're going to have to probably do, oh, I don't know yet. If we put a couple strings on, it may give us enough relief in the neck to take care of that, and it won't be an issue. But we don't know that yet. So we'll keep going until we do know. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know. Put the rest of the strings in, just for the fun of it, and see how this goes. I don't know why I've got the idea in my head that these nano strings are going to be better, but I've sort of committed to that path now. My God, they're tough to bend. Try to get a little bend in the end so it'll move over out of the way once you put it down the hole, if you know what I mean. So that's down. That's pretty good. So we'll stick this and see if we got another issue with the string that I got to drill out another. Nope, that's going to fit fine. So the diameter of the string is down far enough so that they pass through the eyelet of the tuna without any issue. So that's that. So I'm going to put the rest of the strings on and we'll pick it. All right, so we've got all the strings on. We've tuned it up to pitch. The string height's moved up to 4/64 on both sides, which is pretty close to where it ought to be. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to mess with the neck of the truss rod at all. It could probably use right now a little bit of relief, but we may get a little more relief as it sits for a while naturally, okay? So I'm just going to cut off the string ends, and then we'll take it and play it down and see how it sounds. So give me a minute to cut these guys down. But I do like the sound of the baritone. It's a unique instrument that plays a little differently. It's kind of fun. So I'll be back in a minute. So we've got this thing set up, tuned up, looking good, sounding good. I got the new string. So what do? We added the Alexa strings. To do that, we had to drill a hole and make the hole bigger in the tuna to accommodate the string size. I don't quite understand why, but it was necessary. I saw somebody else, or heard somebody else mention having to do that on another video that I saw online. The other thing we did is we changed the tuna knobs. We put the new strings in. We did a truss rod adjustment and flattened the neck out. And I'm going to leave it like that. It's playing pretty good. I don't hear much, if any, buzz at all right now. This is a heavy set of strings, so I think they'll tend to pull that and give us a little bit more relief naturally as it goes along. So, sounds good. Be a little buzzer there. So we'll wait a couple of days and come back and look at the truss rod again. And we may do a truss rod adjustment, put a little bit more relief in the neck. But I love the guitar. I think it looks great. It sounds great. Plays good. We'll come back later and do a whole song with the baritone. Nice guitar. Very nice guitar. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much to Harley Benton.